is not the end. Day number 129. Here we go. Namaste and welcome everyone. This is day number 129 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365. One quote every day from the book A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission, channeled through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. And we are love streaming on Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch and Telegram. If you're joining live, put in the comments where you're joining from. Let us know what is happening, what is unfolding in this Life of Bliss living transmission, and we'll get right into the quote for day number 129. We would like to offer for you to begin to soften your language, to become the mastery of your sacred breath through language. The language that is used, that is definite and fixed, has its purposes at times. For what you call an end can delineate a conversation, a relationship. It can delineate what you call day and what you call night. Yet we invite you to soften your language, soften your wording, and soften that which you perceive as definite. For death is not a definite. Death is not an ending. Death is merely a changing, a shifting. As your day moves into night, the day does not die. For if you were to look from another perspective on your planet, it would simply be birthing. When the night moves into your day, it is not birthing. For if you were to look from another perspective on your planet, you would see its seeming end. And so this invitation of mastery of breath, mastery of language, mastery of wording, and this softening is an invitation to open our definitions. That which defines, refines, and confines us. And as they shared as well, it's not about completely getting rid of all definite language when it serves a purpose. Again, like was shared in one of the other videos, this is more about the psychological self, the egoic self, that puts certain boundaries of what is possible and what is impossible, puts psychological barriers to you and your true essence. So calling someone by their name or calling the color red red in a tangible way it's not about that. It's looking to where our language is hard and rigid in what is possible and who we are and where we are going and why we are here. When that is limited to man, woman, child, job title, age, beliefs, ideas, fixed forms, all of those are limitations when looked at from a broader perspective. So we're invited to soften the language, soften the way you use the mastery of your breath. So if you think when you use words, you're using breath, and they're inviting us to master our breath by mastering our words, mastering our language, and softening those. And then it moves into the most defined thing for the human, the one we hold on to as a race so much, this belief in death, this belief in that definite, defining moment called death. And they're sharing that death is not an end. It never began, so it cannot end. And the example that they gave was very nice, as how the day moves into the night and the night moves into the day. One doesn't die and the other births. There's a continuous cycle. There's a continuous flow of day and night. And depending on what perspective you're looking at upon the earth, not even upon the earth, if you're looking to the earth from outside the earth, you would see that day and night is just this continuous cycle. And actually, if you took it out, there is no day and there is no night. There's just a turning away from the light and a turning back towards the light. Again, all in relative perspective. And so what we call death, this big defining moment that we either fear or push away, has been given so much power to strike fear. The fear of death is what allows people to be controlled. It allows people to be subjugated. It allows people to do things for their whole life that they hate. It allows people to be in mundane circumstances and inhumane circumstances under fear of death. What if everything we knew about death was wrong? What if death is a magnificent moment of returning, of opening, of shedding off? What if death is redefined as a defining birth, a defining rebirth, a shifting of focus from myopia to the magic of the universe, to the magic of your unlimited being? Death is not the end. It's not even really a beginning. It's simply a shifting of focus, the same as the day and night looked at from different perspectives on the earth. So soften our language. We are being invited to soften our language and to soften the big D. And welcome it. Be open to it. Every day we go into a mini death. Every day when we drop into deep sleep, you disappear. The world disappears. There's no awareness. There's nothing. Out of dreamless sleep into deep sleep, there's a death, and then you awaken again, and this seeming identity appears again. And then what we call this dream, we call life. Yet just in the same analogy as looking at the day and night upon the earth, when we begin to look at life and death in this daily cycle, and then we extrapolate and expand that cycle to the lifetimes cycles, and then take it all the way back as we continue these soul experiments. We take it all the way back to see that there is no birth, there is no death, there is no life, there is no coming, there is no going, there just is. And you are that which is. And so, as always now, we are invited to drop into our sacred silence as we allow what is to be what is, as what is. So, thank you as always for joining this daily journey of this Life of Bliss living transmission journey, 365 days. And thank you for being part of this. Thank you for adding your energy and for investing your attention, your sacred attention your sacred breath, and your sacred word, internally and externally, in this exploration of self, the science of self-realization, the remembering of who you are and why you are here. We continue this love streaming journey every day on Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All the quotes are coming from the book, A Life of Bliss, The Living Transmission. And we will continue, as we all continue, to remember who we are. And begin, most importantly, when we remember who we are, to embody and live and share that. Because it's one thing knowing, and it's another thing being. It's one thing having the message, and it's totally another being the message. Thank you again. Thank you for joining. I think this mic is working okay, yes. Thank you again for joining. Day 129. We'll be back tomorrow for day 130 as we record this. We're in January of 24. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, honors, and loves the divine in you. Namaste. We are